Okay, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL leads us to a snow-covered Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Buffalo Bills. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here we go. Black 80. Mike 58, right there. You gonna see me in your black and turn.
Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jerry Hughes has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
Quarter. Let's go.
Here's Roethlisberger. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. Not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They run with a former Jaguar. It's T.J. Yeldon. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
T.J. Yeldon, the Bills ball carrier. He's brought down by Ryan Shazier. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the Steelers' 30-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Hey.
Allen now looks to throw. They go with a screen. It's Yeldon. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
It's a gain of 10.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. 1st and 10 right at the 20.
Watch 98. 98's the mic. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to that.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. That one complete to Yeldon. No gain, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Bravo. 198. Watch 98. 98.
Here's Allen. Got a man. It's Brown. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 15 yards on the play. First down.
First and goal, Buffalo.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, he'll have to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
A loss of 3 brings up 2nd and goal at the 9-yard line.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
It's gonna be a long day, offense.
They'll give Yelton another crack. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. They'll run it now. This is Charkandrick West. Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal. This situation in the 4th quarter, you go for it. But here, take the points.
If you go for it here and don't get it, you and I are missing our plane, and we're going to the post-game press conference to hear him justify it. Because the next thing we'll see is the owner walking in announcing a firing. There's no way he goes for it here. Get the field goal. It's the first half of the game. You've got time to make it up.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
On the return, the Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Watch the pass. Here we go. Solid. 5 down. These 2.
They'll run with the NC State man. It's Jalen Samuels. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 45.
Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it.
So after the INT, it's Allen. Forced out to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Bud Dupree. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Allen. He finds his target, John Brown. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. The Bills with a football as we start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Double dog, that's the way. 55's my guy, 55. Here we go. What's that?
Allen now on 1st down. He finds Yeldon. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So 2nd in inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. A shotgun handoff now to Yeldon. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. Allen going to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Bills passing game getting them down the field. They've got another 1st down.
First down, Buffalo.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Charkandrick West, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bills will add on to their lead. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And the lead grows to 10-0. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress.
And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Jerry Hughes in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger.
Hey, double.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And off his back foot, he'll heave this one deep. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Hey, tight.
Throwing on 1st down is Allen. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. To throw, it's Allen. And his throw here's incomplete. That one was intended for John Brown. And now it's third down. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Watch the pass. Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. Ready? Go.
From the gun, it's Allen. Escaping the pressure right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Javon Hargrave able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. On fourth down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll run with Samuels. And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 12-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Roethlisberger. Lorenzo Alexander in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And it's brought in by Washington. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
And the Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Shoot. No.
On first down, it's Samuels. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
3, 218, chopper. Switch.
Complete. It's Johnson.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on third down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4.
Both of them. These two. Rush in. 25. Check 25. Check 25. Check 22.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
1st and 10.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here I come again. Here I come again. Joker, 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 Joker.
Roethlisberger will throw. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
2nd and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. He gets this one to Johnson. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 24-yard line. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Now Roethlisberger to throw. That one into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Set a tone. Safe. Big edge. 50.
Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the 2nd half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They built a good 1st half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice 1st half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Rabbit. Mike, 55. Hey, exit. Mike, watch the screen.
Now Allen throwing again. And he comes back with one complete. 11 yards there, 1st down. Yeldon was always reliable out of the backfield for Blake Bortles, and now he has a chance to help out another young quarterback in the same way in Josh Allen. But you look at the numbers a season ago, 55 catches, almost 500 yards. Very sure hands for a running back. On 1st down, Allen hit. He lost the football. And fortunately, he's able to reel it back in, but it's going to go down as a big loss here on the play.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. This is West. Finding room at the 30. For a running back, that's kind of depressing, right? You get all that yardage, but still no 1st down.
Well, it was a mile, maybe a mile and a half to the 1st down mark.
Yeah.
So he did all he could to get there. A little disappointing at the end, but, boy, they gave it a great effort, didn't they? Got to give him a little respect for that, don't you?
And he really helped his yards per carry average, that's for sure.
Yeah, quietly, he'll take that.
26, Mike. Drop deep. 26.
Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. picked off by Ryan Shazier. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Star Latulele in on the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 49-yard line.
Shift. Check 43. Check 24. Check. You good? Tighten up.
From just shy of midfield, Roethlisberger going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 9th touchdown of the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Dawson able to connect on the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. The drive begins with a handoff to West. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Hey, Alpha. March 50. I'm coming for you.
Now Allen. And he finds Beasley complete. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
It's a gain of 20.
Brandon, there have been some memorable snow games for championships in the NFL. 1948, Philadelphia Eagles, Chicago Cardinals.
Well, the most famous one in my lifetime, I think, is got to be 01, right? Raiders, Patriots, to send the Patriots to the Super Bowl.
The tuck roll, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's one people remember. But I also know this. In Miami, the infamous one, the snowplow game. In New England, when they went out there and the Patriots had a guy come out and clear a spot on the field for their field goal kicker to kick the game winner.
Is that 82? That
was 82, and the Dolphins fans will never forget it.
Well, we're not seeing one of those famous games here, but it's fun to be in the snow nonetheless. A big play here for Buffalo, 53 yards. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes...
And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. T.J. Yeldon, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Like 30. Check 4.
Now Roethlisberger. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That's it.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. Get that! Quarter. Jam him. Easy. Check. Kill. Watch the ship. Hey.
Now Ben on 3rd and long. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
At the 37-yard line.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
I smell fear in that. Hey, foxtrot.
Allen now looks to throw. And the grab by Croft. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 23 yards the pickup there. Bills are certainly happy to have a healthy Tyler Croft. Remember, he had a season-ending foot injury last year with the Bengals in Week 5. So the Bills get him, and he re-injures that same foot in May in OTAs. But out there now and says he's feeling pretty good.
Check 55 to Mike. We want this. Hey, Delta. Check right. Watch 55. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the...
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make this a second down. Elsewhere, NFL scoreboard, third quarter now in Tennessee. It's the Texans firmly in control of that one. They've scored again. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
The tackle made by Mike Hilton.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bills on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Hey, Mike 7. 26 Mike. He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And that's complete to Croft. Well, forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Yeldon. Oh, no, he lost the football. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Here's Hauschka for the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
Bills 23, Steelers 7.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. From the 30 on second down, Roethlisberger. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks. And they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, and a big loss here as he's taken down. The sack there by Trent Murphy.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
To try again after the sack, Roethlisberger. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Teron Johnson able to pick it. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
3 down. 26, Mike. 26, Mike. Watch the run. Watch the run. Go. 26, Mike. 26, Mike. Hey, 26, Mike. 26, Mike. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. 26, Mike. 26, Mike. All right, T, let's go.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And this one caught by Beasley. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That's good for 28 yards.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch. 26, Mike. 26, Mike. 5. 26, Mike. 26, Mike. Strip the ball.
From the gun, Allen. Got a man. It's Brown. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
19 yards.
They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. They'll run on first down. West. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. T.J. Yeldon with his third touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Hauschka with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes us forward for about 6. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, and defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to third down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Trying to get the first with Samuels. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
They'll run for it with Samuels. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
First and 10.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Shotgun handoff to Samuels. Taron Johnson made the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. On 2nd down, Samuels. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills, and it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency. and they just took control.
So for Buffalo, they get back to 500 now as the win moves them to 7-7. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to New England to take on the Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, their playoff hopes take a hit as they drop to 7-7. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.